Well, hi everyone. Great to see you here. Thank you for attending. I always ask the same question, is can you hear me? So this you can just simply in the chat box, whether you are in Livestorm or YouTube or LinkedIn. Both YouTube and LinkedIn are experimental and will be always there in the year 2026. So please tell me if you can hear me. That's the first thing. And today we're going to have a practical and quite exciting topic. I mean, the generation of certificates of insurance. So what I'm going to do is we wait a bit. Everybody is connected. So I believe maybe briefly explain to you who is Temansoft, but briefly what we will do is a few slides. I'm going to show you a few slides describing the issue and the challenge. And then I'll do a short demo showing a bit how the workspace, I mean, how the backend is working and how you can test going to test the chatbot using Teams and eventually WhatsApp. So historically, who is Temansoft? We're a bunch of people from different countries. The company is registered in Estonia. We are all e-residents there, and we work online and so quite a group. So historically, we've been working in the past in developing a platform that was handling forms, data collection. Okay, that's a bit our historical background. We've been working with a number of insurance companies and people in the oil and gas. Happens, and a few years ago we started with this new project that integrates AI. So the idea is still to collect data, check this data, structure the data to collect the information, validate the information during the process, and then inject information into information systems. That's a bit our differentiator. So we focus a lot on data structure. So we consider that it's of utmost important to collect information, structure it, to push it in existing information system that, after all, always need data as more structured and reliable data. If you inject the wrong data, you're going to get the wrong information. So that makes no sense. And AI is nowadays helping a lot to do that automatically and much faster, much quickly. So what I will do is I would like to share my front screen here, the center screen. I have a few slides. I have to do a number of things. So first I have to present. So present from current slide. Always takes some time and large. Now I'm moving to the center slide. And it accelerate the delivery of insurance certificates through intelligent automation. So this is a process that is long. We're going to show you how we can very easily, your customers can, in a few minutes, contact you, and just by providing information so we can authenticate them, find out the policy, insurance policy numbers, and so on. We can produce a a PDF certificate dated and signed. Okay. We are multi-channel and we work with WhatsApp, Teams, and Google Chat. For people, this is the channels we have developed. We are planning to develop much more, including email that is being currently on a beta test. Next year, I'm going to demonstrate how we work with email automation. So what is happening with the insurance certificates today? You receive emails requests via forms. It requires manual validations, manual generation of the document, or if it's not manual, it's automatic, but you still have to send it to the right email. Delivery delays long, specifically when it's manual and people have a lot of work. It takes a lot of time to send them, and the result is customer frustration. The team is overloaded with just doing producing certificates, and there are also the risk of errors. So how our AI is working is on the back end, you first build a structured and guided dialogue. So that means that we're going to use AI to structure the information, i.e., what information you need to get from the user, the end user, okay, who is chatting with you, sending you an email, and we need for that to declare and tell AI, okay, you need to find out the full name, date of birth, policy number, insurance policy number. So in that case, we're going to check with your available databases. So we have the way to interact with your information systems to validate data during the process. So we have to tell the system how to do that. We can also collect information from documents. It means that, for example, a customer has an old insurance certificate. You could, for example, ask him, please send a copy of that certificate. We extract data and check if this if the document is valid, and then issue a new certificate, updated with a new date, and so forth. Okay. So structure guided dialogue, verify the key information during the discussion on real time, okay, automatically, and at the end, automatically generate the insurance certificate in a PDF format with logos and different things, and we send that either directly inside the messaging, the instant messaging application, or via email. Okay. So multi-channel, that's really important. You can do that via WhatsApp. Okay, we have a way people can chat with our AI agents via WhatsApp, Microsoft Teams, or Google Chat. So WhatsApp would be more for kind of business to consumer. Teams is for your corporate customers. So if they need to contact, we will just use our Teams application, Teman app application. You are available in the Microsoft Teams market. The same for Google Chat. We also have an app. And emails, okay, is a bit different way and a different deployment that is being currently tested and will be available from next year. We also can develop more channels. Our philosophy is that we use the existing communication means, okay, and we just integrate to that existing things, okay. No need of new apps or downloading things on the mobile or whatever things, okay. So what will you gain for all parties, okay? Once you have set up the whole stuff and the certificate generation, delivery time is reduced to a few seconds, a bit more, in fact, because people still have to authenticate and explain what they need. So, but everything is done automatically. There is no manual intervention to generate the certificate. They are secured and stamped. Okay, this is possible. Improved, of course, customer satisfaction. Something that was taking time was waiting time and so on. Okay, is gone. And one of the strengths in our platform is that you can do that relatively fast. Okay, it's no need to well, it's a no code. I mean, I will show you after, and also is rapid deployment. People with knowledge of the business can more or less set up the platform. Okay, and of course we also integrate with your internal systems and information systems, both to use available information and after when the process is over, we send to your information system required information. For example, in this case would be a certificate was issued for so and so, such a date, to customer via notifications, via email, SFTP, APIs, whatever you want. So the information is integrated in your information system. So now I'm going to go through the demonstration, okay? And whether if in the future you want to try or whatever, I'm gonna send you via chat our details, okay? We can also, we generally would do a personalized demo if you want to discover more about how we do this automation. And the idea is we just can do a small prototype, okay, and then we discuss pricing and so on, depending on what you are looking for. Okay. So I am going now to show you actual thing. So we are have to change here. I will do, if you are a bit patient, I see I don't have the right page here. So now I'm going to show you the left desk. Here is the left desk, okay. And the left desk, this is how the thing is working, how it looks. Quite a number of things to do here when you start, and you have to set up the app to create bots. But you can see the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change here. I have something because I felt correct. In a second, I need to, yeah, in French. So if I start the demo, it would be in French. So I forgot to change that before. So I go here and write you in English. Yeah. So how it looks here, the heart of the setup or the backend, I mean, the vision is here is data collection. We have to build guides, and I show you how they look. So in this case, a bit of assurance, but it's just a dialogue. You tell the AI which are the, you will tell the AI exactly what information has to collect. Okay. Policy number, yeah, so policyholder information. You can see here the type of fields, PM, choice, again, choice, email, different things. Of course, this is simple things, but you can also can create what we call visions here. Those visions are OCRs, so to extract data, we work with different partners. In this case, it's simple tool developed together with Mistral AI, is a French AI OCR, intelligent OCR application, but we have different ways to do that. The tools would be here. We don't use any tools, but we have different partners. For example, work with Certificate, that's a company that enables authenticated photos and stuff like that. So that's a pretty long, it takes some time to understand the whole thing, but basically, I mean, you can see here that the idea is that with just simple chat, okay, like with ChatGPT, you just or Grok or whatever, you just tell the AI, I need this information, you will, I need to collect that document, okay, and after you have to extract that information from this document and so forth, and a whole set of things here that you set up. How to send emails, how to produce a PDF certificate, the formats, and so forth. Okay, and how you will send information. You can calculate fields. I mean, plenty things that are available in this builder. But once you got used to it, okay, you can design your own bots and then just publish them. In general, you publish in WhatsApp. I mean, WhatsApp is an easy tool to test. Okay, everybody has that. Of course, you can publish your own teams, okay, and do your tests. So now I think it's time I show you how expression, okay, how it works. Teams. So here I have my teams. Up, up. I will use a different account here. That one here. This one. That's correct. Correct. So let me do here. I just something like that. And the processes. So the thing is people will have, in the case of Teams, you have one of your corporate customers. He just has to install different application. Here I have different right on different workspaces. So of course, that's because I'm a super administrator. So I have access to several things, but usually the customers will have only one workspace and will access to only one, and they will see something like that. Okay, it's here. So telling me, please confirm the first name. So I'm going to change the first name here. It's will be Emilio, for example. So thank you, Emilio, for your data. So it's going to choose. So, and I'm going to choose here. So you see, we are following the flow that we have built in the backend. Case we are policy servicing. So I will do here. So you can, for example, tell the AI to check those policy numbers. Okay, in this case, okay, it says as the digits. We can also go and check if this policy number exists, is registered. You need for that to synchronize data from your information system to our information system. The thing is gonna, for example, find the policy holder. In this case, okay, name, I don't know why here, just truncated to the last. Okay, it doesn't matter. He invented an address, but just for demonstration. So I say, yes, it's me. And continue. Please confirm with the policy number, demo items. Yeah, continue. In this case, we can say, yeah, it's dated today. So we could have here, for example, and display what type of assets are insured, several things. Okay, I don't know if this is can do value name. Please provide your email. So that's of course a very easy, very simple demonstrator. Of course, we can do far more complex. And now I give my that email here, and it's going to send an email to that address. So generally, we have a way. So if, for example, something was wrong here, you could at the end is something we like. There is always a summary, and the user can check the information exchange and can eventually modify it if something was wrong. So we say in this case, yes, we are that. And we, yeah, that, and it sends here. So I can give you access to this demonstration via Teams. So if it's interesting you, you just have to ask me. I would like to show you the same thing working in WhatsApp. So you see a bit the difference there. I don't up here. So you're going to see some tests. So let's go here. Here, the interactive demo. I think that's not the right WhatsApp. So give me a second. I go because each workspace has its own number, WhatsApp number. So that's the right one. I am here. So all my WhatsApp contacts. That's always a bit tricky with WhatsApp. Yeah. So previous demo was in French. So slash end is just to run the processes. So I go here and you will see the behavior is exactly the same in WhatsApp. So he made it in French. Probably, I know why, but in declared here as a French user, okay, it doesn't matter, but the idea is the same. So I would say here, I go like this. Is normally it's open. He be able to change the, yeah, okay. He has been, and I don't know if he remembers after the language is, yeah, so because we, yeah, so policy number. So in this case, I have a we give the right, I mean, the AI can change the language, but you could set up in a way that it can only speak in one language and all this. Yeah, so it's the same, the same experience exactly. Okay, the same thing. So you can see that I could do the same with. I'm gonna end here because I think you understood the idea. So it works the same whether it's WhatsApp, Teams, or Google Chat. Deployment is a bit different, of course. The same case of WhatsApp with Google Chat and Teams, we need to give you an organizational authorization. Very simple to do if you want to test. WhatsApp, you just need to give us your email and phone number, and we could give you access to this demo and just simply try our simple and test and simple tests. And then if you look for something a bit more complex, you just contact us and proceed and organize a POC and do a demo on something a bit more complicated. So I think that's all for today. I see I've been a bit more fast than usual. And if you have questions, don't hesitate to ask the questions. Okay, yeah, can this be linked? Okay, I have already a question. Yeah. Yeah, it can be linked to your own CRM via API. That's the idea. Okay, that's the idea, indeed. After we have to understand at which, I guess, Peter, you wanna connect this at the end of the process. So it goes like this. You can, maybe I show you here. We have things here called object models, which I don't have one available here, but I could do, yeah, I'm going to do this. Normally I should not show you that, but here you create object models. So for example, this is a fleet of vehicles. Okay, you can build that data model here. Okay, and after add those this kind of data, and during the process, the AI will be able to check. In this case, it's a list of garages, I think, or something like that. You can check, and so you can connect that database to your information system. So this is the way during the process you can interconnect the data and validate the data. So if you need to look for an existing policy holder, if, whatever, okay. And at the end of the process, you can send all the information. We use a JSON, okay, files, and these can be sent either via SFTP or via API also, things like that. So this is how we can connect with your CRM, okay? So it's both initially when we start, you can, during the process, validate. Do I have to put the data? No. You don't have to put it manually. That's not the idea. You don't put the data manually. You in this case, in general, for example, this is a validation file. Okay, so it's during the process. Or I think this one is a bit more complicated. It's a file where we have to provide 3 garages that are the closest to a geolocation. Okay, to give you an idea. This garage's list is you first have to initiate the database, you import manually indeed a number of data, and after you feed when there is a new garage or new item, we just have webhooks or different systems to. So for this exact, I mean, the way on to do it, I would need to bring in more technical people, okay, but there is a way. So each time there is a new item in the list in somewhere in a database, it feeds our database, okay, and so you don't have to do anything; it goes by itself. That's the okay, you get it, and at the end, that's for data during the process, okay, and after at the end you have outputs here, so plenty complicated things. So we send notifications, emails, but the idea is we send a JSON file, whatever the transport is after. it can be API, SFTP, or whatever you want. We send that JSON somewhere, and somewhere somebody has to fix it so it goes in your information system, so you get the result. So we are working also a lot on a incident declaration. So it goes like this: people do the declaration, and at the end, after declaration is done, they receive a notification via email and as well a notification in their in that case is claim management system. Oof, it says the claim was produced, and they can do the manual process if necessary. You can even interconnect the system. In chat, we have noticed the customers tend to come back to the chat and they say, hello, how are you? I'd like to know where my what is happening with my file or whatever. In that case, what you need to have in your CRM, and that's the difficulty. Sometimes you need in your CRM to have a status, okay? So say ongoing, finish, or whatever. And if you bring the data of that status in our system, the AI will collect the status and say, oh, your file is being at this stage processed, and so on and so forth. So that's the idea. If you have a business case, Peter, I mean, maybe we can discuss on something more pragmatic, I mean, more realistic, an idea, up to you. But that's the idea. The idea is at the end is fully automated, okay, and people are not, yeah, all the job is done automatically. That's the idea. AI is processing this. For information, the AI we use we are AI agnostic, okay, but we use platforms like OpenAI, Mistral AI, and we have made some tests also with DeepSeek and different things. Recently, I think somebody was working with Quen. So you can choose. Mistral is mostly requested by some European customers who want to have a non-American product, but otherwise we use by default the ChatGPT, OpenAI APIs that we set up. And yeah, that's it. So I see 12:56. Any other questions? I mean, let me check because maybe we have people in LinkedIn. No, today not. We are not promoting for the moment the LinkedIn thing near the YouTube, but okay. I think I have covered the idea. So any other questions? We're happy to answer. So if you want to contact me, you can do it here. FM, did I write correct? No, I didn't write the email. That's always the thing, you know. Okay, my name is François, so FM, so you have my mail here. That's one thing, and you also can provide information. Yeah. You want a meeting to a connection via Calendly, and I can send you copy. Here you can set up a short meeting in a long meeting. Up to you. You will see the same guy, and if you have more questions and some Peter, I mean, I don't know if you're still online. If you have more questions, so please don't hesitate to mention you need more accurate information. I will bring in the programmers or technical people who can answer your questions. Okay, thank you for attending. And next month we're going to do, or I don't know if next month or next year, have to still to decide. We're gonna do webinars more focusing on a more actual and business cases. You will see this. Okay. Thank you for attending, everybody. We'll see you again. Bye.